I have a guest today, as you can see. This is Maggie May. She decided she'd like to join me this morning for practice. So please have one strap and one block today for your Hatha Yoga practice on acceptance and courage. So we'll start by sitting on your block and lengthen the spine. Take a moment to feel the real length of the spine. Pull the chin in towards the throat. Lift the back of the head towards a place between the ceiling and the wall behind you. Bring the left hand just below the collarbones and the right hand below the navel. Inhale into your left hand, collarbones, all the way down into your right hand. And exhale, pressing the belly button back through the right hand. Pulling the ribs together, and then up through the collarbones. Take a big inhale, and then exhale, and come into this present moment of acceptance, non-attachment to the past. As you exhale again, bringing you closer into this present moment, non-attachment to the future. How does that feel to accept being in this present moment only? It's a perfect moment. And you're perfect just the way you are in this present moment. Feel your breath moving. Let go of any limiting beliefs or anything that no longer serves you on this path towards acceptance today. Self-acceptance, current situation acceptance. You don't have to go over them one by one. Just release their negative energy. Anything that no longer serves you. With each exhale, sinking deeper into this wonderful present moment. Releasing any negative energy from any perceived limitations, any judgments, so that you can make space for accepting, make space for courage. Letting go first to make space. 3 more breaths. Two more breaths. Staying in the now. Releasing to make space. 1 more breath. Keeping your hands here. On the next exhale, let's chant Om together. Ready? Breathe in deeply. Om. Next time, exhaling Om Shanti 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 in 1 long slow breath. Breathe in. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace in this present moment. Yoga teaches us to cure what need not be endured and to endure what cannot be cured. BKS Iyengar. He also said, my body is my temple and asanas are my prayers. Let this practice today bring us into this wonderful present moment and cure what need not be endured and endure what cannot be cured. Releasing the hands, We're going to start this morning with a Janu Namaskara. So on the knees, Surya Namaskara. And we'll start gentle and we'll move into a little deeper pose with downward facing dog. This will help us to warm up our body for the standing poses. So bringing our blocks to the side, come to your knees. If you'd like a blanket under your knees, you can grab that, or you can just roll up your mat, double it, so that it's a little more comfortable here for you, like this, and put your knees on that. Okay, so getting ready on all fours. We're going to then sit down, bottom on the heels. Inhale, coming up. You can join me. Exhale, long child's pose. Spread your fingers, feel the nice stretch in your back. Inhale, lift the heart, look up, belly drops. Exhale, round the spine and bring your bottom back to the heels. Just allowing to come up whatever might come up, accepting emotions, accepting feelings. Inhale, rise. Arms stay by the ears, so you're increasing your core strength. And then exhale, come down. We have four more like that to make 5 total. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Drop the belly, lift the head. Exhale, really round the spine. Stretch your low back. Keep the arms by your ears as you rise. Inhale. And exhale. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. 2 more. In. Out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, arms by ears, strong core. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise. And exhale, release. Now we're going to add in downward facing dog. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, long forward fold. Inhale, come back to the cow pose. Drop the belly, lift the head. Now tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay present. Lower the knees. Inhale, cow pose. So coming back the way we went in. Exhale, round the spine, bottom to heels. Arms by ears. Inhale, rise, strong core. And exhale, lower. 2 more like that. Inhale. Adding in downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the toes, down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Big stretch of courage. Exhale, have a seat. Last one. Inhale, reach up. Accepting all that is right now. Exhale, long forward fold, surrendering to this wonderful moment, making the best of it. Inhale, cow, lift your head, looking up. Exhale, tuck the toes, stretch deeply through the legs, the spine. Inhale, drop the knees, lift the head. Exhale, long stretch. Arms by the ears, reach high. Inhale. And then exhale, have a seat. Take 3 slow breaths here. Two more Ujjayi breaths. Start to turn on the Ujjayi breath. One more breath. And from here, we'll take a twist. Inhale, reach the arms high. And we're going to exhale, twist to the right, sitting on our heels. Belly goes right, ribs go right, heart goes right, hands come down, and the head goes right, lifting your heart. 5 breaths. Keep the spine tall. 3 more breaths. 2 more. On your next inhale, bring the head forward, shoulders rest of body. Inhale, reach the arms high. We'll twist to the left. Exhale, twist belly left, ribs left, heart left, head left. Set your gaze in one place and try not to be attached to whatever it is you see. Not thinking about where it came from or where it's going or the dust on it. Just being in this present moment with whatever's beyond your gaze here or within your gaze. Just being. Allow and trust the practice to work things out. Nicely done. Inhale, head comes forward, shoulders come forward, and rest of body. All right, we're going to work on the core a little bit here. So lay down, feel comfortable. Palms are facing up, shoulders relaxed on the floor. And we're going to bend the knees, reaching towards our heels. You may use your block. You have a block today, feel free to use it. Putting the block at the thighs, not at the knees, closer to the groin. This will help us to use our bandha, our energy in our legs and our feet. Engage mula bandha, so engage the pelvic floor, lifting it a little bit. Hands down. On an inhale, spread your toes and lift your bottom, squeezing the block if you have one. Hands can interlace now. And then exhale, lower down until your bottom just touches the hands. Inhale, lift. Lift as high as you can, gaze towards your navel. And exhale, lower down. 3 more like that. Inhale, lift. Keep squeezing the block. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Inhale, rise. And exhale, lower. Now releasing the hands, we're going to move the hands with the bottom. Inhale, lift the bottom and reach your arms all the way over the head. Backs of the hands touch the floor, bottom lifts. Exhale, try to synchronize the bottom coming down with the hands coming down. Keep going. Inhaling as you lift and exhaling as you lower. Building resilience and strength in our spine. Remember to use the mound of the big toe, the little toe, the ball of the foot, and both sides of the heel. As you actively engage your legs, knees no wider than the hips if you don't have a block. One more. Inhale, stay high. Lift the heels, squeeze the block. Exhale, bring the heels down. Lift the toes. Exhale, take toes down. Inhale, lift heels. Exhale, lower heels. Inhale, lift toes, squeezing the block. Keep going. Toes down, heels up. Heels down, toes up. Keep trying. Don't give up. Think about all the strength in your legs, your feet, your core, your hips, your pelvis. Good. One more. Your ankles, your knees. Try to keep your hips high. Don't let them sink. Now, all the foot on the floor. Release your block if you had one, and stretch out the left leg and stretch out the right leg. Palms turning up. Take a moment to rest. 5 breaths to be precise. Feeling the reverberation of that practice throughout the body. Accepting this beautiful present moment with a stronger, more resilient spine, lower body. One more core strengthening practice, lower body strengthening practice. We're going to lift our bottom and tilt the pelvis slightly back. Bring the knees just above the hips. Extend your arms to the sky. Now bring your ankles as high as your knees. Palms are facing one another. We're going to stretch the right leg forward, actually, and take the right arm back, left arm forward. Let's try the other side. Inhale. Exhale. Left leg goes forward, right hand goes forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Go slow. Inhale. Keep your ankles up. Exhale. So I slowed it down a little bit more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Do your best. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, last one. Exhale. Inhale, pull the shins in, holding on to the shins. If you can't reach your shins, you can grab onto the backs of the thighs, pulling down. And from here, we'll lower the soles of the feet to the floor, lift your bottom and scooch it slightly right, and swing over to the left with your knees, turning your gaze right for 5 slow breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. As you gaze far right, trying not to become attached to anything you may be seeing. Unattached awareness. 3. 4. Just enjoying the sensations of this present moment, accepting it for what it is. One more. Not judging. Judging takes us out of acceptance. It's like impatience. And then bring the knees back up. Lower the soles of the feet. Lift your bottom, swing your bottom left, pull the knees in, and lower the knees to the right. And this time, take your head left for 5 slow breaths. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. And exhale 5. And then roll all the way over to your right and gently bring yourself to a seat. All right, we're going to come up for some inner leg work. So please grab a hold of your block. The first posture will be a lunging posture. So we're going to step the right foot forward and have the left knee right under the hip. So we're going to work on lengthening the left hip flexors. So take your block over to the right, approximately in line with the left knee. Good. And we're going to let it be for a moment. We're going to take our left arm up and our right arm up. Lift as high as you can. Find a nice straight line between your left wrist and your left knee. Turning the gaze up, reaching up. Try to lift your arms with your side body and not the tops of your shoulders. Relaxed, present awareness. One more breath. Now slowly let your right hand go, peel it away, and take it over to the block, and then bend over to your right. So keep this long, but take a bend through the torso. Keep your gaze forward, 3 more breaths. Two more breaths. Feel that nice, long, conscious breath that you had at the beginning. Excellent. Now take your block behind your right heel and behind your left knee, closer to your left heel, and lift your heart. If that feels too low for your right hand, you can bring your right hand to your sacrum. Lifting high, finding extension here or here. 5 breaths. Square your hips and lift your heart. Feeling the sensations of the present moment. There's things you can do. If you feel discomfort, you can walk your block closer. You can take your hand to your sacrum. You can lift your heart more. One more breath. Excellent. And walk your hands forward and walk your right foot forward. Right heel down, toes up. Keep walking your hands forward. 5 breaths. Breathe in and out of the back of your right leg. Nice posture of surrender to the opening in the back of the right leg, this present moment, and all the sensations that it may be bringing you. All right, lifting the head. And let's step the right foot back and take one downward facing dog. Lift the knees, stretch it out. If it doesn't feel right to take down dog on the feet, you can take it on the knees, walking your hands forward, bottom reaching back, but not touching the heels. Modified down dog. Now looking forward, step your left foot forward, right knee down. And we'll take the block over to the left now. Touch your right knee and take it out in a line from your right knee. We'll work on extending through the right side. Inhale, lift your spine as tall as you can. Lift your arms using your side body. And then turn your gaze up to the point between the ceiling and the wall. Palms can be together, arms can be apart. You can take cactus if that feels more comfortable. Tilt the pelvis slightly down back and lengthen the tailbone. One more breath. Now releasing the hands, take your hand, left hand over to the block, reach your right arm high and bend over to the left, keeping your gaze forward. Try to lift out of your right hip a little bit, lengthen the right side. Right underarm tries to touch the sky. Well done. Now coming back, bringing the right hand back, bringing your spine to neutral. Take your left block back closer to the right foot. Option to stay here. Get tall through the spine. So I want you to extend the spine up. And right hand reaches up and back. Maybe your hand instead comes to the sacrum. Lifting, 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 or you can reach your hand down. Find extension through the spine. So I'm not going for a deep back bend, I'm going for length. Lengthen the spine. Turn the gaze up and picture something very positive. It's okay if your visualization right now is vegan ice cream. That's very positive. The best tasting one you've ever had. Running on the beach. And release the pose. Now, walk your left foot forward until the heel can be down and the toes can be up. Square your hips to the front. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, walk your hands forward and bow into that feeling, that sensation of the present moment going on behind your leg. Breathing in and out behind the left knee. If you need to still bend the knee, that's perfectly fine. We have 3 more breaths. Two more breaths. Keep curling the toes back towards the face as much as you can. One more breath. And bend the knee. And take the foot back and stretch into a long child's pose. Just 3 breaths. Notice your breath. Is it jagged? Is it smooth? Is it calm? How does it feel? How does it sound? One more breath. Then lifting the head, we're going to come into lizard pose. Step the right foot forward. Bring your block over to the inside of the right foot. And from here, see if you can bring your elbows down on the inside of the right foot. Pull the right knee in towards your right shoulder. See if you can touch it. Option is to lift the left knee. It'll be a little more intense of a stretch. Stick with this present moment. Lower the shoulders away from the ears, lifting the head. Come back to that positive thought, that acceptance of this present moment. Keep pulling the right knee in, don't let it go. 2 more breaths, lifting your heart away from the floor. 1 more breath. Good work, bring the knee down and stretch into downward facing dog, and we'll take the other leg forward. So lifting the right foot, not sliding it back. Hips feeling happy. Step the left foot forward for lizard. And again, bring your block to the inside of the left foot. And see if you can bring your elbows down. If you can't, your hands on the block is fine. If it feels very easy for you, bring your elbows to the floor. Elbows down, pull the knee in towards the left shoulder, and if you can, lift the knee from the floor. Keep this engagement going on, knee to shoulder, breathe. Three more breaths. Two more breaths. One more breath. And then bring the block to the outside and stretch your left leg back to downward facing dog. Feeling happy through the hips, strong through the core, engaged in the legs. Look forward and step your right foot forward and open the back foot to 90 degrees, Virabhadrasana 2. This is an excellent posture of courage, courage to accept the present moment. And in this acceptance of the present moment, we make it wonderful. We choose not to judge. We choose not to attach negativity, our perceived limitations. We make it wonderful. 2 more breaths. Do we have the courage to do that? 1 more breath. Exalted warrior, left hand down, right palm reaches up and back. Look under the right arm. Keep the right knee bent. One more breath. Good work. Bring your hand down and straighten the legs. Let's change sides. Right foot comes parallel to the edge of the mat. Left toes open. Bend the left knee over the ankle, opening your hips, externally rotating through the thighs. Extend your arms. Turn your head left and gain courage. If you feel like your shoulders are rolling forward, lift your palms. Turn your hands back and then try by squeezing your biceps, activating your arms to turn your palms back down again. There's many things you can do to improve this present moment. You can squeeze the energy of your feet together, engage Mula Bandha. Lower the shoulder blades down the back. Smile. That always improves the present moment. All right, exalted warrior, right hand down, left palm up, reach up and back. I want you to lengthen your left hip, all the muscles through your left hip. Keep the bend in the knee, looking up. One more breath. Now come back to warrior two and straighten the left leg and then turn the toes in and the heels out. Let's bring our arms behind us today for a forward fold. Interlace the fingers, and after you interlace the fingers, pull your elbows together and then straighten the arms. Inhale, lift your heart. Let go of it all. Exhale, forward fold. Bring the arms all the way over the head. One more breath. And gently come up, but engaging the core muscles to keep yourself strong. Trikonasana. Take your right toes long. Extend your legs as long as it feels comfortable that you could sustain the posture for 5 breaths. You have your block. You can use your block. Taking it in your right hand, extend your arms, swing your hips slightly left, look right, and reach far right until you feel you're at your limit of reaching, both in the back of the leg and also through the torso. Bring your right hand down, turn the left arm high, squeeze the legs, active legs. Keep the lift going on through the left side. 2 more breaths. Slow breaths. 1 more breath. Now we're going to reverse this triangle. Coming up, you can take your block with you or not. Reach up and then slowly take it up. Let's turn the gaze up. Really, really lengthen through the side now. Now you're slightly swinging your hip to the right, forward towards the right foot. Exalted. Trikonasana. Squeeze the legs. There's a lot you can do to improve your present moment. Mula Bandha, smile, lift your heart. Great. Back to a neutral spine. Let's take our block in our left hand. Right foot comes parallel to the edge of the mat. Left foot opens. Take a hold of your block with the left hand. Swing your hips to the right. Make sure they're really facing the side of the mat. And then start to extend. You'll feel through the back of your left leg, if you're very sensitive, and also through your side body when you've reached your limit. Make sure that your right shoulder remains above your left shoulder. It hasn't turned down. When you've reached your limit, bring your left hand to the block or the floor. Inhale, rise. Imagine you're just floating above the block. In fact, take your hand off the block. And now just gently place your hand on the block if you're using one. Squeeze the legs. Right glute's active, left glute is active. Two more breaths. One more breath. Now let's see if we can take it in reverse. Extend the arms, reach to the right and take it back up. So your hips stay to the side and you gaze up under the left arm, block or not. Let go of my block. Lift it up. Squeeze the legs, spread the toes, lift the arches. Lift your heart, make sure you're still facing the side. You haven't turned towards your left foot with your hips. One more breath. Excellent, and come back to the center. Well done. Heel toe, your feet together. And our hips are absolutely ready for tree pose, Vrikshasana. So for tree pose, we're going to start by balancing on our left foot, lifting the right leg. Bend the right knee and open the right hip. And you have the option to stay right here for your tree pose, or lift your foot higher. Okay, you can also lean against a wall, hands to the heart center. I want you to open the knee as much as you can, making it nice and flat here. Your knee would be touching a wall almost if you were standing at the wall. Lift your heart, tall, sturdy tree, nothing can shake you. Exhale into this present moment. Exhale all the way down into the left foot. Inhale up through the right side. There is freedom and happiness in not being attached to the past or the future. This moment is enough, and you are enough. Acceptance. And release the arms and release the leg. Well done. Good, let's try the other side. So tree pose is our peak today. Bend the left knee and open the hip. We've done so much work to get us here. Strengthen the core. Strengthen the legs, the ankles. Lift your foot. Open the hips. Bring your hands to your heart. And lift your torso. Try not to swing out in the right hip. Lift tall. Each exhale sinks you down a little deeper into the right side. Each inhale lifts you through the left side. Exhale brings you down through the right. Inhale takes you up through the left. One more breath. Well done. Extend the arms out. And then the leg. And release the pose. All right, we're ready for stretching out our hips. Go Mukhasana. So you should have a strap and a block. We're going to come down to our knees and stop for a moment and just breathe. Maybe take your hand, left hand again at the just below the collarbones, right hand just below the navel. Breathe in. The left hand all the way down into the navel. And exhale, pull in the navel. Exhale through the throat. Inhale, throat, chest, ribs, belly. And exhale, belly, ribs, chest, throat. And we'll open our eyes, preparing for Gomukhasana, cow face pose. So having that block handy and your strap, bring your left knee behind your right and open your feet as wide as you can. Holding on to the block because sometimes you need it at the very last minute. And because we're going with gravity, you could put it behind you now if you're not sure of the flexibility of your hips or your knees. It's perfectly fine also to come down to the floor and stretch instead one leg long. So if you'd like one leg long and one leg crossed over, if that's more comfortable for you, you can take it that way as well today. Look down, find that the heels are equidistant from the hips. Take a moment to settle into this present moment, accepting the hips for what they are right now, how they feel. And then we'll take our strap in the left hand. Extend your right arm out, palm facing back. Thumb facing down, bend the elbow and walk it up the back. Strap is in the left hand. Reach your arm up and over. Now leaning the head against the upper arm, we'll take 5 breaths here. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. What could you do to improve this present moment accepting that it won't be forever. Accepting that maybe your hips are a little tight. That's okay. I accept it. No judgment. I accept my tight spots. I accept my loose spots, my super stretchy spots, my weak spots even. One more breath. We're made of all of that. And release the pose. So let's change sides. We're going to bring our hands forward and our knees forward. And cross left knee now above the right. And slowly sit down. Grab that block if you need it. Right? Take a moment to settle in. Press the heels away to make them equidistant from the hips, not closer in. Accept this moment exactly as it is, exactly as you are. Tight hips and all, grumpy knees and all. All right, ready to move on? Strap in right hand this time. Left arm reaches out and palm is facing back, thumb is facing down. Bend your elbow. And walk your hand up your back. Take your strap in the right hand, reach it up and over, holding onto the strap or your hands if you can reach the hands if you don't need the strap. Place your head against the upper arm, close the eyes, and press up through the upper body and let the left knee press the right leg down. Feel all of that sensation going on right now. You can actually find some freedom and some happiness in this present moment, not being attached to when we get out of the pose or what came before it. This moment is enough. We can make the best of it. Really feel the sensations while you've got them. Feel them in their fullness, in their bounty. Feel who you are in this pose, who you're not in this pose, what is and what isn't. And then release the pose. Wow. Bring your hands behind you, lift your heart, and then stretch the legs nice and long. Wow. Give them a good stretch. All right, we're coming down for our mild inversion today, so you'll need your block, please. Laying on our backs, bend the knees, grab your block, put it under the sacrum, and stop and rest a moment. Let's try again. Left hand just under the collarbones, right hand under the navel. Knees are bent. Notice the sensations going on in the body now, the breath moving more easily through your whole torso, chest, ribs, belly, then belly, ribs, chest for the exhale. Feel the sensation going on in your low back, getting a stretch from the block. You're welcome to join me in this modified inversion or take shoulder stand if you know it. Pull the knees in towards the chest. And then stretch the legs all the way up to the sky, press through the heels, belly button presses down, and the block is right under the sacrum. Here's what it looks like when it's under the low back. Make sure it's not under the low back. It will not be comfortable, right? So stretch it forward so it's just under the sacrum, that triangle-shaped bone at the bottom of the spine. Heels up, belly button presses down. Arms in surrender, chin towards the throat. If you're coming back to shoulder stand, take your feet behind you now. Halasana and up into shoulder stand. But know that this posture is enough to increase the circulation in the legs and your torso, improve the circulation, give your legs a nice rest. Keep the stretch of the heels going up. All right, if you're in shoulder stand, bring yourself down gently. Then if your legs were up, bottom on a block, pull the knees in towards the chest and slowly lower the feet to the floor, lifting the knees and relaxing the legs nice and long, preparing for Shavasana. So lift the bum and tilt the pelvis back to lengthen the tail, lengthen the lumbar spine, I should say. Lift your chest a little, pull the shoulder blades together, and then lower the back to the floor. Lift your head, chin to the throat, neck on the floor, relax. Separate your feet as wide as you can. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale through the mouth, feel like you're grounding yourself. Stay here in your Shavasana. Feel like you're grounding yourself with every exhale through the mouth. We have 5 exhales through the mouth. And every exhale grounds you into this moment, into this place, onto your mat, into this body that you've been given this time around. After your 5th exhale, breathe only through the nose. But be vibrantly aware of this moment, of the way that your body feels right now. There's a great freedom, a great happiness in not being attached to how you felt before the practice or what you have to do later. Enjoy this present moment. Have the courage to stay there and make yourself happy in this moment. You're not attached to the past, not attached to the future. You're not attached to your strengths or even your perceived limitations. This moment is exactly as it is. You are exactly who you are and who you should be. You're not striving to be how you want others to see you. You're exactly as you are. Full acceptance. Remember that acceptance comes from within. When you have acceptance, you can trust yourself just as you are. You are whole, you are innately good, and you are enough. In this moment in time, we are whole, we are innately good, and we are enough. All is well in this present moment. Acceptance, the courage to be and just be. Coming back into sense awareness. Listen to the sounds around you. Listen to the sound of your breath, your beautiful breath in this present moment. Smell any smells. Taste any tastes. Awaken your mouth. And start to make small movements at first through the toes and the fingers. Turn your head right and left. And then make larger stretches, big stretches. Bend your knees in towards your chest and roll on to the right side. BKS Iyengar, famous yoga teacher, knew about acceptance. Gave us a tool for acceptance, and that is yoga. He said, yoga teaches us to cure what need not be endured and endure what cannot be cured. Our practice can help us in this present moment to stay present and be positive. The Yoga Sutras is a path of positivity. Santosha, present, aware, positive, courageous to take that next step when it comes. So be okay with the present moment as it is, even knowing that it's not perfect, that's okay. Taking the hands to the heart center when you come up to your seat. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti together. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. It's been an honor leading your practice. Thank you for allowing me to. Om Shanti.